A guy with no coaching experience and LeBron's podcast partner is about to be the Lakers coach, and Bron wants us to think he has nothing to do with it. Oh, really?
We know that the LA front office wanted Dan Hurley, but not that bad. They made him an offer to be the 6th highest paid head coach. Not exactly a Godfather offer.
Sources have described Lakers officials as infatuated with Redick and view him as a Pat Riley-like coaching prospect. What? Pat Riley? Guy who's won 5 titles as a coach, 3-time coach of the year. It is so Lakers to set the bar that high when they don't have to. But other people like Hall of Famer George Karl say it's kind of like the start of a joke. One of the most hated dookies ever with 0 coaching experience is offered the ultimate head coaching position with the LA Lakers. Ex-Laker Byron Scott isn't sure. Paul Pierce says LA's not even serious about winning anymore. But my favorite comment was Colin Cowherd on JJ's backwards hat.
I didn't hear a word LeBron said. I couldn't stop staring at the hat. JJ Redick's going for NBA head coaching jobs. He looks like a guy that's going to move my couch. Didn't like it.
Ha! That may be a little too far, but there is a huge thing all these people are missing about JJ Redick. Dude was the LeBron of his town growing up. JJ was 5'6" as an 8th grader, but was so athletic he started in basketball and baseball. In 6th grade, JJ led his AAU team deep in the national tournament with a broken thumb. After that, flew home to pitch in the AAU national title game. So after a 2-week hoops tournament, on very little sleep, he pitched 8 innings and struck out 15 batters in the championship. As a senior in high school, he played with a painful heel injury, but scored 43 to win the state title. The next day, he couldn't walk, but legendary Duke coach Mike Krzyzewski was in the gym. He liked pressure. He liked to be the one to produce under pressure. Not many kids show that ever, but certainly not that early. JJ got that style from his parents, who were vegetarians and homeschooled him until high school, which turned out to be a problem. When JJ got to Duke, he got in so much trouble, it almost cost him everything. He had immediate success as a freshman, scoring 15 points, 16 as a sophomore. But in the Final Four, Duke lost an 8-point lead to UConn with 5 seconds left, down 2. JJ got an open look to send Duke to the national championship and missed the biggest shot of his life. Instead of sympathy and a pat on the back, Coach K told him, "You are overweight, under-disciplined, and uncommitted to fulfilling your potential." See, after going to college, JJ went crazy with his new freedom. Ate fried chicken and burritos every day. Was once caught in a dorm by police with people smoking weed. But coach calling him out only made things worse.
I would wake up at like 2 p.m. in the afternoon. I'd start chugging beers. I'd have a burrito, party through the night, wake up at 2 p.m. I did that for 2 straight weeks. No one knew where I was. One day I get a rap at noon on the door of the apartment, and it's Coach Collins and Coach Wojo. I weigh 195. I'm 225, bro. I'm fat. I'm fat as. It was basically an ultimatum. It was like, dude, we're not going to kick you off the team. We're not going to kick you off camp, you know, out of school, but you need to get together, and like, we're going to get you, you know, the help you need. So like, I started seeing a therapist. They put me on a hourly schedule that summer. 8 a.m. wake up, 9 a.m. check-in, 10 a.m. class. That was life-changing.
Yeah.
Because that became the rest of my life.
It's true. JJ became famous for his work ethic in the league. He attempted 342 game speed shots every day in the offseason. There are 7 spots on the floor to shoot from. 20 threes, 20 mid-range 2s from each spot, 3 one-dribble pull-ups going left, 3 going right, plus 20 free throws, 342, obviously. But even with that work ethic, he was almost a bust. JJ slipped to 11th in the 06 draft despite winning College Player of the Year. Critics said, yeah, teams got him in workouts, and he was just another white, overrated system player at Duke. He got to a good Orlando team that made the finals his 3rd year, which also meant very little playing time, and he requested a trade in year 2. But 2 teammates got injured, which opened up opportunity. By his 5th year, JJ averaged double digits and got votes for 6th man of of the year. The Magic traded him in 2013 to the Bucks, where he struggled again to find a role. He was bad on defense, lacked size and strength, but everything changed in LA. Not only did the Clippers need a shooter to space for CP3 and Blake Griffin, the NBA was becoming a three-point dominated league. So the next 4 years, he averaged 16 points on 44% from deep, one of the best role players in the game. He was more valuable in his 30s than he was in his 20s, and that almost never happens. So I can see why the Lakers like him so much. He's got chemistry with LeBron, an insane work ethic, and is obsessed with the game. But is JJ being set up to fail? The last two coaches were Frank Vogel and Darvin Ham. Vogel won an NBA championship and was fired. Ham made the conference finals in year 1 and was let go. How much more do they want? Well, the number one thing actually is to connect with LeBron, and it's obvious watching their pod, they respect each other. But JJ is one of the only players in the world that knows what it feels like to be criticized like LeBron James. He was the #1 most hated player in college basketball. There were signs at every game about how much he was despised. But on January 21st, 2004, Duke was at Maryland. JJ was having an amazing game, 26 points, 5-6 from deep, but one sign bragged about sleeping with his 12-year-old sister. JJ couldn't believe how low they sunk. At the free throw line, the usual F you JJ. And that is a big reason why people are hating on him now. Even though JJ stopped celebrating after every bucket, turned his life around, people just still don't like him and his vibes. It's not unheard of for a coach with no experience to be successful. Just look at Steve Kerr, won a chip year 1, though he was an NBA GM before that. But does vibing with LeBron also mean they will draft Bronny James? A lot of people on the internet think so. When he's hired after the finals, it will be 3 days max to the NBA draft. JJ won't have final say, obviously, but he will be in the room. The Lakers officially have 2 picks, number 17 in the first round, 55th in the second round. JJ hasn't talked much about Bronny as a player, but he did tell LeBron he was impressed by his son's maturity at such a young age. I think anyone who got the Lakers job was in a tough position no matter what. They just barely made the play-in with LeBron and AD healthy and have high expectations. But I am not writing off JJ Redick at all as a head coach. After playing, he's been in the media, but that's not really his thing. I mean, even when he went off on Doc Rivers on First Take saying he never takes accountability, it felt awkward. JJ eventually apologized, said that's not even me. Coaching though, seems like a perfect fit for him as a person. We'll see about the Lakers.
But anything less than an NBA Finals is a failure in LeBron's world, and the Mavs just lost in the finals. Big props to the Celtics for pulling it off, but Luka now has a big decision to make.